Greetings, everyone. Back, as you can tell. And I'm going to dispense with the formalities, man. Just get right into really what I want to talk about because I want to make this like a quick video. But as of late, excuse me, one of the things I have found immensely fascinating, like I just really am intrigued by this, is why people believe what they believe or why they form the opinions that they have and why. And of kind of leading the pack on that, or what some might consider, I don't know, like the third rail, or politics and religion. Now, and you know, you always hear this thing of, well, you shouldn't discuss politics or religion, and I'm the type to ask, well, why not? You know, I am intrigued to figure out if a person is, for instance, a Republican or a Democrat. Why is that? And sometimes I think if you ask people, they may not be able to tell you. You know, it could be a situation where, you know, that's what they grew up, that's what their family was, and you know, maybe, you know, they just were, you know, deposited into that particular line of thought from a political standpoint, and a lot of times they don't give it a second thought, or at the very least, it seems that they were kind of, let's say, pushed in that direction, you know. And I think it's somewhat the same religion. I mean, why do people form the religious beliefs that they have? Beliefs, period. Did it come as a result of solid intellectual process? Maybe not, you know. Or is it, again, a case of, you know, that's what my family was, that's what I grew up as, and that's just kind of what I am, whatever the case may be. But to listen to people discuss it is fascinating to me. And one of the things that I find is that, you know, people, when you bring these things up, particularly if your view is different from theirs, they get angry. And I wonder why that is. So, you know, why do people get angry? You know, say for instance, if we're sitting down and maybe you're a Democrat and I'm a Republican, or I'm an independent, or I am apolitical, or whatever, naturally we may have some differing views on some things. But I don't understand why is it when you know, people get angry about that. Is it because that we tend to grow up in these homogenous bubbles where the vast majority of people that you encounter, particularly on a daily basis, they think a lot of the same things that you do, and when you come into contact with someone who's different, that's a shock to your system, and you defend that? Could it be you internalize those beliefs and they become a part of your person? You know, I'm not quite sure on that, but it is interesting nonetheless. You know, I would like to know, and then I would like to challenge people. I think you should, many times in your life, sit down and vet whatever it is that you think, that you believe. Is it still true? Does it still apply? The same things that I thought at 25, I don't think now at 34. And I'm sure that many of the things that I think now, they will be different. They may be refined, they may be enhanced, they may be totally different. But I am not, I know me personally, I'm not a person who could say that, you know, I've got everything, or that whatever my thoughts or beliefs on a particular matter, or you know, religiously, politically, which I've discussed somewhat of my political beliefs if you've seen some of my earlier videos, but they have somewhat morphed in a lot of ways since then. I have not discussed any of my religious thoughts, and maybe I'll address that in a future video. But getting back to kind of what I want to wrap up with is that, you know, perhaps you should sit down and really challenge and vet what you think, and maybe, you know, really sit down and ask yourself, why do I think what I think? And if you don't have a solid answer, That's okay. That means that's an opportunity to perhaps delve into whatever it is and find out. You may learn about whatever it is that you thought. You may learn some things about yourself. You may come to the conclusion, you know what? I don't really think that. I think this. And I think that we should all do that. I think that we should critically examine things externally and then things internally that we believe. But you know, that's just been of great intrigue to me. But I could go on about this for another 4 or 5 minutes, but I'm not, because I've taken up enough of your time, and I want to run in here and hit this workout real quick. Nonetheless, I thank all 6 of you who stayed with me for all 5 minutes and 27 seconds of what I had to say. I want to thank all of you for watching. Be sure to, you know, all the usuals if you want. If not, I don't care either. But, you know, I'll be back with new videos at some point. I don't have a set schedule yet because we're in a lot of transitional in terms of life stuff. So once that's all done, hopefully I'll be able to get back to a regular uploading schedule or even set one. But again, thanks everybody for watching. Wishing everyone peace, power, and positivity.